what's happening? Your Thursday night's just about to get better because you're tuned into the mixtape with your girl Amy. Now here's what's coming up on the show. I catch up with RedMusicUk.
My name's Red, I make music and I'm from the UK.
Then I catch up with UK rising singer Sela.
Started singing when I was like 0 really, but just kind of something that got nurtured by the family.
So don't go nowhere. Hey, what's happening, people? Now, this is what I like on this week's mixtape. An artist emerging through with new music, doing their thing, globally, international. It's RedMusicUk.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome to the mixtape.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Now, for people who don't know who you are, please tell them.
Basically, my name's RedMusicUk. My name's Red, I make music and I'm from the UK. Other people know me as Redzz, and I'm an upcoming producer rapper from East London. Just doing my thing.
Now, how did you start off with music? Because you're still quite young, you're 23, so yeah, how long have you been doing this for?
Just turned 23, yeah. He's
just turned 23.
Just turned 23.
Still a baby.
Yeah, so...
How long have you been doing it for?
Professionally, I'll say 1 year. I mean, before that was just learning the trade and, you know, I mean, just practicing my skill. And so professionally, 1 year, I'll say. Have you always wanted to know that this, have you always knew that this is what you wanted to do? Yeah, from a young age, I've always wanted to do music. I used to rap along to other rappers' songs, and so I had a talent for writing poetry and stuff like that. So yeah. So in school, were you writing poems to girls? Not to girls. Are you sure? Like that smile kind of says it all. It was more lyrical, innit? More about my surrounding and like the life I was living, a bit more real than like love songs and love poetry. So what did you base it on, your everyday life, what you were going through? Or? Yeah, for real, that sort of thing. So as a youngster in East London, what kind of stuff did you go through? Basically what everyone else goes through when you're raised in a tough area, you know. I won't want to get into it because it's not really nice stuff, but... you know. But as an MC or as a musical artist, do you reckon your childhood and your experiences is what kind of makes you and leads you in the way that you kind of do your music? Of course, yeah, because when you're raised in a tough area, you're more real with it. You know what I'm saying? So, with me, lyrical content has always been important, and not to preach false stuff to the youth, because at the end of the day, they're the ones looking up to us. So, if I'm talking about garbage in my music, then it's not really. So, saying that, then you're obviously seen as a role model because of what you do. Of course, everyone is. Yeah. And you know, I ask most artists this, and I say that, you know, how does it feel to be a role model, to be put in that situation where you have to kind of think twice about what you say? I mean, well, yeah, it's important what you say, innit? Because you're gonna have kids looking up to you and gonna copy whatever you do. So from the way you dress to the way you talk, the way you hold yourself, and I think it's very important. So you're proud? Are you proud of what you're putting out there? Yeah, I think I'm doing good. Yeah. So do you have like youngsters come up to you and say, you know, we really like what you do. How do I go about kind of getting into music? What kind of advice would you give me? Yeah, I do, because sometimes I think to myself, if I told them the truth, they're not going to want to get into music. What's the truth? The truth is, it's a tough game. It's dog eat dog, and it's got to be. I think that's just it. I think with people. Any media, I think obviously the younger generation see it as a glamorous industry. Music's glamorous or presenting's glamorous, but they don't know that it's hard work. It's, you know, it's the grind that kind of what makes you, and you get to that the level that you're at. Yeah, I mean, it looks glamorous from the outside, but there's a lot of hard work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in making music and being a musician. You got to remember, it's something everyone wants to do in this country. All the youngsters want to make music, they want to be rappers, singers, and it's not only your talent; it's about your work ethic as well. And if you're willing to put your hand in your pocket and say, look, before anyone else is going to invest in you, you got to invest in yourself and make other people think, okay, this guy's working hard. You know what I'm saying? Before anyone else believes in you, you got to believe in yourself. What does it take to kind of be different and stand out from everyone else that's kind of rapping or MCing or making music right now? When everyone's going right, you go left. I mean, take funky house and skanking, for example. When everyone's doing it, then everyone else is jumping on the bandwagon. So. But right now we're saying no more skanking, right? I've got a tune out called Skank No More. See how I just dropped that in? Yeah, I've got a tune called Skank No More or No More Skanking. That's on the circulation. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, I just put that out there. It is what it is. I'm not gonna try overhype it.
Is that because like everyone's coming out with the whole skanking thing?
Exactly. I mean, just do what you're doing. I mean, I know most of them, like the ones that first came out, like they did their thing. You can't hate on them for what they did because they were the first.
So obviously it was different then when they came out with it.
But then there was like all these other skanks and it just got silly, and I think it's disrespectful to the actual artist to spend time on the music to make it quality, and yeah, that's why I made the song. But
so originality is key, yeah.
Definitely.
So who are your inspirations kind of growing up in music?
Musically wise, would be Tupac, because he stood up for more than just like the music side of things. You know what I'm saying? He had more to say. So it's really Tupac and all the old school sort of rappers and producers.
And how about you on the UK scene right now?
On the UK scene, I mean, there's loads of people putting in the work and doing well right now.
I think it's with every artist puts the work in.
I mean the guys doing well right now are not necessarily the most talented. This is what I was saying. They're not necessarily the most talented, but they get their thing done. They get what they need to do done.
Don't you think it's like, obviously it's kind of like the guys getting the attention right now, it's kind of like they're the ones that have kind of made it.
Themselves, they know how to work hard.
They marketed themselves and they've kind of gone through to the mainstream. But do you feel it's the same sound coming out now?
Yeah, definitely.
And it's time for a change?
But Tiny Temper's kind of changed that a little bit. He's just gone #1, and that was a little bit more harder. I wouldn't call it really.
It's different to what's out there now.
It's a bit more harder, and it's not for like 12-year-old girls. You know what I mean? It's more grown up, you could say.
So as an artist, like if you come out with a track, and you're like if you're MCing and you're it's all about the streets, and then you start getting a bit of recognition, and then your music kind of changes and it becomes popular. Is that the way to go? I
mean, some of these guys, you can't really blame them, because if they're signed to a major, they might tell them you have to be like this, you have to talk like this, make these sort of songs, and they have to do what they've got to do to make that money.
But then where's originality come into it? Where's the creative side to it?
Take Dizzy for example. You could say that his music's gone a lot more commercial, but then again, his music's still different from other guys. He's still got his own vibe in there, you know what I'm saying? Like Bonkers is different, it's completely different. It's commercial, but it's still got that original, his own thing in there.
Okay,
there's a line.
So would you go popular?
I'm popular.
But would you go more to what Dizzy's doing?
I mean, if the beat's hot, yeah. I mean, it comes down to lyrical content. Like, what are you talking about, and will that, you know what I mean, touch the hearts of people from my area, and can we all relate to it?
So all with kind of if you're feeling the music, if you're feeling...
It's not about the beats behind the lyrics, it's about the lyrics on the beat.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break, so guys, we'll see you on the other side.
We rolled wide. RedMusicUk, Young Noble Outlaw, TQ, Shay Shice, USA to the UK. Lil' mama looking at me like who they? I is young boss to handle my biz. We getting it in. Bring your girlfriend out of room in the bed, no strings attached, so baby don't catch feelings. I'm only in town for the night. We can do what you like, then I'm catching a flight. You can come if you want to. I can make it if I want to. Guaranteed satisfaction. Done with the rapping. Time for some action.
I'ma give it to you till you had enough. Get you on the balcony and call you bluff. Blow it outside while they watching us. No stopping us, just squeeze me. I like how you please me.